Not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
First and 10, it's Levis. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 6. They run wide side with Henry. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Henry. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Derrick Henry denied here on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, Wilson. And able to find Allen Lazard. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. That is incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give running right is Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man, here is Cobb. Touchdown! Randall Cobb, 28 yards. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he returns this to the 22. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Levis. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's... Chuck Clark picking it off, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Titans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Willis. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Willis will look to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Third and 8. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
A first down carry for Henry. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A toss left, Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. Now Willis. They set up the screen for Henry. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Back to throw, Willis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to air one out. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Second half starts with a run by Hall. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Give to Hall running right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Forced out to his left. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. In motion right is Wilson. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
Following the fumble recovery, Willis. Open man, that's Henry. Down the left sideline. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Henry will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches, and then you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for two, unsuccessful. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And did the Titans get this? Yes, Tennessee football. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decided to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He gets away from one. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They keep it with Henry on first down. Pushing his way through. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A handoff running left, Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans will add to their fourth quarter lead. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Now they'll audible to something else. Willis will try and throw for this. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Wilson changing the play. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Folk connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A big pickup of 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Harold Landry picks up his second sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Steps away. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. To throw is Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. The two Wilsons, Zach and Garrett, teaming up there. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Oh, mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
56, right there, 56. Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This pass deep for Okonkwo. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Willis. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.